what you want it to say, right?
Literally.
We're giving you a non-partisan, unbiased source that actually evaluates the numbers. You're citing a Republican House committee. Do you think
Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget?
Do you think that, like, realistically, the Republicans are going to put out a review of these numbers that shows that Biden is spending less than Donald Trump?
Look, the CRFB stated that he increased just 4.3 trillion, but that's
just you can.
I mean, that's just not true.
They gave you the numbers for it. It's a nonpartisan committee. I trust a nonpartisan committee over trusting a partisan Republican committee.
Look at the national debt right now.
I understand.
Looking at it.
What we're not taking into account is that the level of increase, right, are coming from pre-existing debts that were put into place by Trump. For example, Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is currently still in place. It is adding to the debt right now, and it's under the Biden administration. So why would you attribute debt added through the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act to the Biden administration? It makes no sense. You want to reference what they signed into law?
Because these aren't the numbers. These aren't. I'm not citing numbers from the TCJA. I'm not citing those numbers.
And
I'm not citing
what Parker is saying.
What
Parker is saying is that a lot of the funding that you're talking about was already appropriated by Congress. So if something was appropriated by Congress before Biden got into office, obviously that is not the doing of Joe Biden.
But I'm not citing. I said $2 trillion in executive order.
Yeah. So the president doesn't control the wallet. So that's pre-appropriated funds. The president can't just, like, make money, right? Congress controls the wallet. So these are pre-appropriated.
Who's the current Speaker of the House?
Did you just get me with the gotcha off the rip?
Who's the current Speaker of the House?
What? He just got fucking voted out. It was Kevin. What's his face? He got voted out.
No. What are you talking about? What are you even saying? It's Mike Johnson. Okay, he's the Speaker of the House. Who is what party affiliation?
If you're Googling now, like.
Yeah, seriously, what party affiliation is that? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an R.
The House is not. Yes, I understand. The House is Democratic right now.
What?
What? Oh, I just said it starts with an R. I just said it starts with an R.
Dude, it was Democratic under Biden.
I just told him it was Mike Johnson with an R. Oh,
no, it didn't just swing.
We're talking about Biden's presidency.
Yeah, the House has been Republican since the beginning of 2023. It didn't just swing.
What do you mean?
Dude. I told him Republican too. I literally said R. I said the first letter is R, and you got it wrong.
We also just talked about how this report came from a Republican committee in the House.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry, dude.
It's so painful.
Budget House committee, by the way.
You're confusing me.
Yeah, but I'm confusing you? Well, that's apparently not that hard to do.
I think you were already confused.
Yeah, I think you've been confused for quite some time.
No.
Quite some time. Tyler, thank you for the $1. I appreciate you. And Emma, thanks for the $1. It's crazy. And Julie, thanks for the $15. I appreciate you so much with the blue heart. Love that, Julie. Thank you so much. And Taylor, thanks for the 5. And Cameron, thanks for the 1. I appreciate you guys.
Of reality right now.
Well,
yeah, I mean, this is painful, man. This is painful. You came up and you cited a Republican source. Don't know who the Speaker of the House is. Don't even know who controls the Speaker of the House. I mean, this is God, this is sad, man.
Well, look, man. I thought we were talking about Biden's presidency.
No, we are. You're still citing a Republican source. We're citing a nonpartisan source. So
yeah. So do you care about fiscal responsibility?
A little bit. I mean, a lot of it is baked into the cake, man. A lot of it's just going to happen. Most government spending is just going to happen.
Oh, okay. So now now the Republican Party doesn't care about fiscal responsibility.
Yeah.
I do. I just think there's not much to negate it.
You could not sign in a bunch of debt like Donald Trump did.
Yep. You could sign off less debt, like almost half as much debt, like how Biden did.
Yeah.
Dude,
and get more done while doing it, by the way.
Was for COVID spending.
Wait, I take into account non-COVID. Actually, most of it was non-COVID.
Yeah.
If you want to look at Trump's administration, 4.8
most
trillion.
Of it was COVID. That's not true.
Yeah, 4.8 trillion non-COVID related out of 8.4 trillion. Can you do 8.4 divided by 2, please? What is that? Tell me.
Yeah, but
What is 8.4 divided by 2?
I don't know, man.
You don't know? You don't know 8.4 divided by 2?
The gotchas again, dude.
You don't know 8.4 divided by 2?
8.4 divided by 2
Yeah.
is 4.8. Is 4.2.
Okay.
4.2.
Okay.
It's not 4.8.
All right. Is that more or less than 4.8?
Look, man. There was only 6 trillion added to the debt.
More or less. More or less.
Of that 6 trillion,
More or less.
over
is 4.2
was for
is
COVID
4.2
spending.
more or less than 4.8?
Oh, I don't know, man. Put me on the spot.
This is just like embarrassing.
I think
dude. Like, it's not even,
4.2 is a
it's not even funny,
littler
man. It's
number
just
than
embarrassing.
4.8, guy.
It's just embarrassing, dude. It's just really.
The gotchas are wild.
It's not a gotcha. It's not a gotcha. It's a very simple question. It's a very simple question.
What's the question? Is 4.8 bigger than 4.2?
We're essentially saying it's more than half. It's clearly more than half.
That's yeah, but there's 8 trillion in total spending. Not all of that was attributed to the 10-year debt. There's 6 trillion to the debt.
Dude, you understand? Dude, what? I don't even know what this guy's saying. 8.4 trillion overall, 4.8 trillion was non-COVID related. Can
Was
you
it
do 8
though?
point? Can you?
Yeah, I mean, this guy doesn't even know what planet he's
I would
on.
have to pull that up.
You don't even know where you are. You don't even know where you are.
I would have to pull that up.
Might want to do that. Also, a calculator might make things easier for you.
8.4 divided by 2.
Yeah, a calculator would be
Question,
very
though.
helpful.
Yeah, it makes your life a little bit easier.
Yo, Deeksha, thank you so much for the $50 on Venmo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
W's in the chat.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That was incredibly kind of you. That was incredibly kind of you. Yo, W for them. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Well, look, boys. What are we talking about? Like, why do you think Harris would have been better, honestly? Her housing plan?
Yeah. Her housing plan was
What was
better
good
than
about
Donald
the
Trump's
housing plan?
non-existent
It was
housing
just
plan.
government
Here, let's
subsidies
ask him.
and
Let's
rent
ask him this.
caps, which
Let's
would
ask him this
destroy the
question.
housing market.
Hey, let's ask you this question. Can you name Trump's housing affordability policy, healthcare policy, or childcare policy?
Look, the child care policy they ripped off Trump's child care policy.
Well, then what is it?
He was pushing for what, dude? I don't know the number. It's
Yeah.
a child tax credit of like $8,000.
You don't know his child care policy.
No, he was. You think he was advocating for an $8,000 child tax credit? Jesus fucking
Maybe
Christ! Dude, what planet?
$5,000.
What fucking dimension are you in? What seriously, dude?
I literally said, dude. I literally said I don't know the number. Is it 5? Is it 5,000? Is it 3,000?
Jesus Christ, man.
You tell me.
Can you?
What was Harris?
If you don't know the numbers, you can tell us his other policies. We just asked for his healthcare policy or his housing policy.
It's 2,000, by the way.
Well,
Sinad.
you both
that's not
know
changing
it's
the current
non-existent.
policy.
There doesn't need. Look, man. There doesn't need to be a housing
It's
policy.
non-existent.
Wait, you agree it's not
Yes,
existent?
I told you it's. Look,
Oh
man,
my-
the
and you
housing
voted for it.
policy does not fix the housing market. How you fix the market is by fixing the economy. Her housing policy,
How do you
which is
fix
just
the economy
subsidies,
without fucking policy? How do you fix the
Dude.
economy without policy?
not without a housing policy. I'm talking about the housing
So
policy.
wait, are you
boys.
aware that housing prices went up every single year of Donald Trump's presidency?
So did median household income.
But would you agree that the economy was good under Donald Trump?
Yes, I would agree
Okay.
that
So
median household
obviously
income
the economy
was up
being
like
good, the
$6,000
economy being
across the board.
good doesn't automatically correlate to the housing market being good. Right? So
Dude, the housing market is hinged on the economy.
In order to fix the housing crisis problem, we actually need to intervene and pass policy. What Kamala Harris wanted
You
to do
need to fucking throw government
work with
subsidies and
developers to
rent
build
caps at
3
it.
million new houses. The problem right now is that the supply is not meeting the demand. We have states
Dude,
like California, for example,
understand.
which have
Listen.
bad zoning laws, which make it incredibly difficult to build certain houses. Those laws need to be reformed. We need to build more houses across the country, especially in population dense areas.
Dude.
Areas. That's how we do it.
Do you think
That's
it's
how we solve
wise
it.
to put rent caps on those properties?
Do I think it's wise? What rent caps are you referencing?
She would. That's what's half of her housing policy, dude. Was proposed rent caps and fucking government subsidies, dude.
Do I?
Down
Oh yeah.
payment
Do I think that? Do I
assistance.
think laws surrounding rent is good? Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, rent caps are a failed policy from back in the Clinton days, my boy.
Wait. Please elaborate on that. Please elaborate. How would Kamala Harris's rent policy have been bad? Like,
Rent
what
caps
were they?
is what I'm saying.
What were? No,
wait,
we're
why
talking
is that
about.
bad? Yeah.
We're talking about Kamala Harris's policy specifically.
Yes, we're talking about rent caps.
Her policy specifically. How would her policy specifically be bad?
Because it's a proposed down payment government subsidy assistance. And
Are you talking about the
rent caps on
$25,000?
properties.
Are you talking about the $25,000?
Down payment assistance. That's a government
Yeah, so you're
subsidy.
talking about two different things. So like regulating the amount that landlords can raise their rent by per year is different
Dude,
than down payment
I
assistance.
understand.
I don't think you do because you just were
understand.
talking about the two at the same time.
Dude, what do you think down
Dude,
payment
come
assistance
on, hit me
is?
with it. Hit me.
You don't think it's a government subsidy?
Wait. Hold on. Just time out for a second. Let me say this again and maybe you'll understand now. A policy surrounding how much landlords can raise their rent per year is different from down payment assistance.
Dude, I understand. I'm
Okay,
saying
do you
rent
understand that
caps?
now? So you were just talking about how
Dad,
Kamala
dude,
Harris's
listen,
rent policy is going to be
I just
bad.
told you rent caps, comma, down payment assistance.
Okay,
Two
so let's start
separate things,
with
my boy.
the rent policy. How would have Kamala Harris's rent policies been bad?
Rent
Are you
caps.
you're against having regulation on how much landlords can raise their rent per year? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, dude. Rent caps destroy property value and drive up the prices. They're a failed policy.
That's
from
utter-
back
that's
in the
utter
90s,
nonsense.
dude.
That's
They
utter
didn't work in the
nonsense.
90s.
That's utter
They
nonsense.
didn't work in the 90s.
That's
dude.
utter. That's not even what she was proposing. She was
Wait,
saying
then
that
would he advocate that it wouldn't work in the circumstance in which there was Trump is advocating for caps on insulin
Well,
and Trump's
dude.
advocating for caps on like credit cards?
That's not the housing market, man.
Oh, okay.
The
Wait. So
pharmaceutical industry and the housing industry are two very different things.
exactly. So can you give me any evidence that the particular rent control within the context of housing was negatively impactful when implemented?
Dude, yes, man. I just said it drives up demand. It like literally disincentivizes investment. It disincentivizes more production because nobody's going to want to produce something that's going to be rent capped. They're not going to do it.
What do you think is going to create a larger disincentive for investment? A 5% rent cap specifically, or a tariff on Canada's lumber?
This is the thing, man. Canada, all these countries, what you don't understand about
Can't
tariffs,
answer that
man,
question.
is these corporate. I'm telling you
can
right
you answer
now,
the question, please?
Canada will front. The Canadian corporations have to pay the tariff.
No,
order to
no,
their
no,
goods to the US market.
no. U.S.
Stop it,
importers.
dude.
Oh my
listen,
Stop
God.
it.
You listen. U.S. importers will pay the tariff. The reason why they pay the tariff is so that you can incentivize domestic production. Otherwise,
dude.
there would be nothing incentivizing domestic.
They pay
production.
part of it. They pay part of it.
No.
The foreign corporation.
No.
Dude, stop it, man. Listen,
You're
are you going to let me
just
speak?
straight up wrong. You're just straight up wrong.
Well, can you let me speak?
If you're going to say some
then there
dumb
would
shit
be
like that,
an
no, I
increase.
can't.
propose,
No, I
if we
can't.
propose,
there wouldn't be an
if
increase
we
in domestic
propose,
production.
look, man, if we propose a 10 or 20% tariff on Chinese companies, on Chinese goods, the Chinese companies will pay that tariff to bring their goods to the most valuable market in the world.
You
know, the
are
biggest
out of your
market in the world.
goddamn hold.
No,
Listen,
they
man,
can't.
they're
They
already
That's
doing
not
it.
how
They're
tariffs
already
work.
doing it. They're
That's
already
not how
doing it.
tariffs work.
Senate,
Dude,
then they wouldn't
literally-
be priced out of the market, which would mean
Dude.
that there wouldn't be an increase in listen, they wouldn't be priced out of the market.
They're
which
already
means-
doing it.
Listen, they wouldn't be priced out of the tariff's not even
Okay.
in place. They wouldn't be priced out of the market. The reason why they wouldn't be priced out of the market is because it is the case that there wouldn't be an increase in domestic production if they weren't priced out of the market. So do you believe that tariffs cause an increase in domestic production?
Eventually, that's the long game.
So no,
But
they
it
don't.
takes
or they
time.
do?
It
Okay,
takes
how
time to
how
bring
can
the
it
supply
increase
chain back.
how can it increase domestic production without causing prices of imported goods to go up?
How can it what?
How can it cause an increase in domestic production without causing an increase in the price of imported goods?
Look, man, the increase on prices here, where we pay the prices, is marginal. Most of the tariff is paid by the foreign company.
No,
and
it's
they
not.
will
Give me
gladly,
one source that says that. No
Harry,
economist
I'm sorry,
agrees with you.
I'm sorry, I'm
Seriously, no
shattering
economist
your
agrees.
world.
A source,
I'm sorry, dude, they're already doing it. It's happening in real time.
Hey, source.
It's happening in real time.
Source.
What do you
Citation,
think's
please.
happening right now?
Citation, please.
Okay.
Citation.
What do you think is happening?
No,
in the
no,
world
citation.
right now?
Citation.
Oh my God.
Citation.
Okay. Here.
It's a complete
patient.
misunderstanding about tariffs work. Just a complete
It's not, dude.
misunderstanding.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
This
absolutely
shatters your universe.
No,
This
it's
is how it
there's no
works.
shattering. There's no shattering. The only thing that's going to be shattered is your entire argument in a second when you debunk yourself.
Dude, stop.
Please.
Dude, it's happening right now.
Source.
Literally, look at what's happening right now. Okay, here.
Source.
Okay. Oh, look at that. One day ago, Biden unveils fresh China tariff hikes. Wow.
Yeah, that's not across the board tariffs.
Do you think those are going to be good or bad?
We're in favor of like targeted tariffs.
Who do you think's going to pay those targeted tariffs?
As I said, our entire argument is
The
that
Chinese
these American
corporation?
companies.
No. The consumer.
Dude.
No, the consumer pays it in order to
consumers.
increase
We've been-
domestic production.
We've been saying this the entire time.
Look, man.
that like on targeted tariffs, the American company that imports that good is going to pay the tariff. That's why we're putting these tariffs on to incentivize, like,
Not
for example,
most of
Chinese
it.
electric
Not
vehicles. We're
most
putting
of it,
tariffs
dude.
on Chinese electric vehicles so we can boost production here in the United States, or at least incentivize people to buy American electric vehicles.
Look, man, you need to understand.
Source.
These countries will
Source.
gladly pay the bulk of the tariff to bring their goods to the. It doesn't make sense to you. It doesn't make sense to you.
Source. Muted. Source. I'm waiting. Please find me a source that says that the companies are paying the tariffs, the Chinese company. Please. Zoe, thanks for the $1. I appreciate you. And Diksha, thanks for the $50. W's for Diksha in the chat. $50. I work at a public university in NY, and it's painful hearing education failing on this level. Yo, W Diksha in the chat. Please. W's. $50 from Diksha.
Lily with $100 on Venmo. Can we get some W's for Lily in the comment section right now? Thank you so much, Lily. Holy shit, Lily. Thank you so much for the $100 on Venmo. Holy shit. W Lily's in the chat right now. Thank you so much, Lily.
And keep the
Always good
W's
to see
going
you.
for Lily for the $100 on Venmo. I appreciate you so
let's
much,
go.
Lily. W in the chat for Lily. $100 for both Parker and I. Please fill the chat with W's for Lily. At least at a minimum 200 W's for Lily. Please. I appreciate you, Lily. Shout out you.
Are you gonna unmute me?
Yeah, I'm waiting for your source.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go, baby. Axios.com
Axios. Good.
coming at you.
Yep. Shadow, thank you for the $1 as well. I appreciate you. And Angela, thanks for the $5. NYC recommendations. Oh my God. Hold on. Look who else. NYC recommendations. I don't even know. It depends on what you want. Look who it is.
Look who that is.
Wow.
What is going on? How we doing, gentlemen?
What's
Well,
good,
we're talking to
brother?
a guy who thinks that Chinese companies pay for the tariffs when we put a tariff on them. So.
They already are, and they
They
will continue to
already
do so.
Okay,
Waiting.
we gotta fix this. Santa, do you mind if I run a couple of ideas by here? Are you ready?
Are you talking to me?
I am. Yeah.
How's it going, by the way, buddy?
It's gone all right, buddy. I just wanted to run an idea by here.
No need to be ugly. I'm being nice.
Well, I'm being nice too, man. I think you're being ugly, but anyways. What
Why
was
am
gonna
I
say-
being ugly?
Well, how about
Can you
we
just stop
start
talking and
the
listen to him,
conversation
please?
and get to the point, okay?
Can you listen to him,
So
please?
here's the point. Would you agree with me that those damn tariffs are supposed to cause more domestic production of goods?
In the long run, yes, that's the goal.
That is the goal, right?
It's also the goal. Like I don't understand why the left is suddenly opposed
stop
to
it with this
regulation.
shit.
Can you just
on
shut the hell
market,
up and
dude.
listen? Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
like what? Okay, listen. I'm obviously running an argument on you. I obviously have something more to say.
Okay, I'd
So
love to
how
hear
about you obviously shut the hell up. Anyways, back to what I was saying.
it. Dude,
Okay.
why are you mad already?
Just be
Dude, I'm
quiet,
having
buddy.
You
fun.
just
listen.
popped in.
Just be quiet.
I'm having fun. I'm having
Just
fun.
shut the hell up already, buddy.
Yeah, just be quiet, please. Thank you.
Just
Exactly.
shut up.
Just stop talking.
Okay,
all right,
guys,
please?
sorry.
Phenomenal. Anyways, back to what I was saying.
Shouldn't have said
agreed-
anything.
Oh my god. Are you done? Thanks.
Yes.
So we just agreed that tariffs
Listening.
are supposed. Jesus. We just agreed that tariffs are supposed to incentivize a higher level of domestic production of goods in the long term. So I'm going to tell you how tariffs do that imply that tariffs cause inflation and the end consumer ends up paying that. And I want you to tell me where I go wrong. So the way that I believe tariffs cause a higher level of domestic production of goods is by artificially increasing the price of goods imported from other countries, because that company in China that is producing those goods wants to keep the same profit margins, so they ultimately throw that tax off to the consumer by increasing the price of their good. And then what that results in is the end consumer all of a sudden having more incentive to buy from domestic producers, because the goods from other countries that were cheaper before are now more expensive, which then causes a greater increase in production of goods from American producers. Do you agree with that?
He has to say no under his worldview in order to be able to say that tariffs.
If you could figure
Yeah,
out how to
prices
unmute,
go
that'd
up.
be great.
And if you say no, I just want to know where I went wrong. Okay, I mean,
Literally, I can't. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was muted.
Yes, we're aware. Now speak.
Interesting.
Okay, so repeat your question, Dean.
Dude.
Okay, I'll sum it up. So I'm going to ask you where I am going wrong in my hypothesis of how tariffs cause inflation. Is that okay?
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so I believe that tariffs cause inflation because tariffs are designed to promote American manufacturing of goods. Okay, and the way that tariffs do that is by artificially increasing the prices of goods imported from other countries, which ultimately gives consumers in the American market more incentive to buy from American producers because the competitors' pricing of their foreign goods has increased.
That's only a piece of it.
Okay, well, you
Like,
just agreed
buying
that
domestic
tariffs
is
cause
great.
inflation.
Buying domestic is great. Bringing the supply chain back is great. That's all
I just
good
wanna-
and
I just
all.
wanna- I just
But
wanna
it's also about
do you affirm that what I
leveling
just
the
said was
trade playing field.
I just want to check. Do you affirm that what I just said was true?
Half of it,
Okay, which part of it
Half
was
of it.
false?
that it artificially inflates prices in the U.S. market, dude, because it only marginally increases prices, man. Stop it.
So it only marginally causes inflation.
Marginally. Inflation is happening regardless of anything.
Oh, but you would admit that.
Do you even know what
inflation-
marginally means? Or are you just using it to say like
I don't
small?
think I do. Let me get my dictionary.
Well, I mean, like seemingly, right? I mean, you're doing what Nick Fuentes did. So when I debated him, he first said that tariffs don't cause inflation. I ran the same exact argument on him, and then he said word for word what you said, that tariffs cause a small amount of inflation. So I mean, let's
Literally,
just face the
yes,
fact,
dude.
sir.
And that's
At
what's
the end of the
happening right
day,
now.
You don't have a defensible position. Tariffs are inflationary, and they're designed to be such. And by the way, it's not marginal.
They're not
I think
designed to be
they're estimating.
inflationary.
Yeah, because if they're not inflationary, then they're not incentivizing further domestic production of goods.
Wait, so by the way, if you
Look,
say
dude.
inflation is marginal, I just want to let you know that means that there's only a marginal increase in domestic production.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's
wait,
not.
So how, wait, if
Listen,
that is
let
the,
me
if
break
that
it
is the
down.
me-
I'll break
if
it
that
down
is
for
the
you.
hold up, no, if that is the mechanism by which there is a greater level of domestic production, well, then it follows that if there is a greater, if there's a marginal increase in the price, there's only going to be a marginal increase in domestic production. That's just how it follows.
Damn, Parker, that was a good one.
I know, right?
Why are all three of you so salty right now? Also,
Nobody's
Why do you
nobody's
have no
salty.
response? You're the one that's
Let's
salty
just-
because you have no
let's
response.
just
to what I
settle
just said.
down.
You have no response to what I just said. So is it a marginal increase? Is it a marginal
Dude, what
increase in
you
domestic
just
production?
said. Listen, are you gonna let me talk?
No.
Will you like say something that's relevant? Like Parker's over here, like
Yes,
fucking
I
you
will
up.
answer his
You're
thing
so
right
salty.
now, dude.
You're so salty. Like it, dude. Engage with the substance of
Listen,
the
man,
debate. Stop
I'll
running the
tell
world
him.
with a
I'll
wall.
tell him. I'll engage within the substance of the debate. He said a marginal increase in inflation only means a marginal increase in domestic production. Doesn't that
Sounds
make
like you're
sense?
the only one that's salty right now. By the way, I mean you're doing all this, bro. Just get to the point. All right, go
That
ahead.
was my Parker impression. I'm sorry.
Just get to the point, would you please? Just go ahead.
Literally. Okay, I'll break it down one more time.
You haven't broken it down yet. There's not one more.
China is beating us up. They have cheaper labor. They have more people. They can undercut our wages. You understand this? You understand this? Yes?
We're letting you speak, buddy. Just get to the point,
Okay.
please.
So they are undercutting everything we do. They can do it because they have the people. They have 1 billion people. They can do that. What we can do to level the playing field is put tariffs on China, which is already Biden literally
Man, I'm gonna interject.
raised
The reason-
Trump's tariffs.
The reason that I'm interjecting.
I'm not done. I'm not
No,
done.
you are done. You are done because
Trump? No, I'm not, dude.
You're done. You're done,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah, you are.
You're
the
done.
reason that you're done is because you're not actually responding to what we were saying. And I'm not going to like blame this on you because maybe you got confused. So right now, what you are trying to do is just justify having the tariffs in the first place because China relies on slave labor. They produce goods so cheaply. We can't compete. We must impose tariffs on them. But the point that me, Parker, and Harry were making was that tariffs cause inflation. I mean, like seemingly, me, Parker, and Harry could agree that tariffs are good for like increasing the amount of goods that we produce in the country, while also affirming that they cause inflation, and that's bad, right? If you want to know what my thoughts are, I agree with you. Imposing tariffs on China ultimately do lead to a greater increase of U.S. produced goods, but we still shouldn't implement tariffs because there's other ways that we could increase domestic production of goods that don't create the harmful consequences that tariffs do. Okay, like the best example would just be investing money into U.S. producers. Okay, that is something that both Biden and both Biden and Trump did. Right, Trump with the Farm Bill, Biden and Harris with the Infrastructure Bill and the Chips and Science Act, and it didn't cause inflation. It didn't destroy American-based companies. It achieved the same end goal and created no of the negative consequences. Right, and that is the way
Yeah,
that we
it just caused China to fucking reverse tariff the minerals we need for chips.
Wait, they would only respond with tariffs if we put tariffs in place. Typically speaking,
Yes, but
China
listen,
has
do
only
you
done that.
disagree with Biden raising Trump's tariffs?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, it depends on what we're talking about, though. Like, it depends
We're
on what
talking about the
tariff. Like,
tariffs that Trump imposed on China that Biden just increased.
the tariffs on China that Biden. So, wait, on which ones? Because I don't know which ones you're referencing.
Energy,
if you're referencing the beginning of his administration.
Electric
or-
cars and batteries.
Oh, electric cars? I don't really have an issue with the ones on electric cars.
You don't.
Yeah, because I want to spur U.S. production of renewable energies.
Look, you don't. You don't have a problem with Biden's tariffs on China,
Because
even though they're Trump's
specialized.
tariffs that he just increased.
It's not a universal one, right? One. Two, it's a hyper-specific one for a specific function, and I think that's a good function. That makes
Well,
sense.
thank you for co-signing Trump's tariffs. Let me just
Okay, wait,
speak
I
one
wouldn't
time
wouldn't
without
disagree
all three of
if
you
Trump did that
interrupting me.
tariff. I wouldn't disagree with it.
Can I speak one time without you interrupting me?
Maybe.
What you need to understand about the tariffs, man, these countries will pay the tariff. They will front the bill to bring their goods to the
No.
most valuable market in the world.
No.
That's not. That's
No,
not
they
common.
won't because they're already doing it.
Really? So we're still waiting on the source on that, by the way.
Dude, literally, you don't think China's paying
Just
tariffs
please
right
a
now?
source. I don't need a dude literally. I just need a source, please. Thanks.
Okay, yeah, here.
Appreciate it. Still waiting on it, by the way. I'm waiting like 30 minutes.
2 hours later.
Joe, thanks for the $2. I appreciate you.
Solid SpongeBob ref.
That was ref is
Topical.
crazy.
That was super cringe.
Topical
yeah,
reference.
Really cringy. Really cringy. You could just say reference. You don't have to go you don't have to shorten it. It's not a word that needs to be shortened. Lena, thanks for the $25. I appreciate you. That's very kind.
Just trying to be cool like you guys.
And Jennifer, thanks for the $10 as well.
Well, we don't claim to be cool, buddy.
Yeah, we don't.
Oh, I
we
did.
also
I
don't
did.
shorten reference to ref. We don't do that.
Wait, you said we're not claiming to be cool, all right? I'm awesome.
Yeah, dude. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, only Dina's.
Whoa, buddy, look at that. Biden orders up to 50% tariffs on some solar energy components from China 14
Yeah,
hours
That's
ago.
renewable
established that a
energy
moment ago.
production.
We established that a moment ago.
I actually still.
Okay, so you're down with those tariffs.
I actually personally disagree with even that.
Really?
Why do you disagree?
Because that made solar panels from China 132% more expensive. It's like if we were to invest more like millions and billions of dollars into R&D in America, we could achieve the same end goal without like that unnecessary consequence to the end consumer.
So yeah, the point is we're doing both. If
Okay,
in the
so-
context of renewable energies, we are not only tariffing them, which creates an increase in domestic production, but we're also engaging in the increase in domestic production by investing in it through the Inflation Reduction Act.
Haley, thank you so much for the $10 on PayPal. I appreciate you for the love, Haley.
So in like hyper specific reasons, it could make sense for us to do both. That's kind of like what I would say.
Tariffs.
Even though you
thanks
have
for
a
the
slight
$1.
increase in the cost right now.
Okay, also, like, you keep calling Trump's tariffs universal. Like, what differentiates targeted from universal in your eyes? If it's not a 10% tariff on all goods, it's just China. Is that a universal tariff or a targeted tariff?
So
If it's on China, it's a universal on
It's universal.
China. Universal on China.
Universal means like it doesn't mean that we have
goods
like
from China.
tariffs on every single
All
country
goods
around
from
the world.
China.
It just means that if we're engaging with a country in trade and we put tariffs on every single product that they are sending to the United States, that's a universal tariff. However,
Universal
if
tariff.
we put tariffs on like electric vehicles or solar panels, that's targeted tariffs. Those are on specific products.
I think it's actually most worthwhile talking about the proposed tariffs on Canada. Like, dude, how do you like literally? I mean this seriously. How do you justify Trump's tariffs on Canada? So we need to consider 2 points. The first point here is experts are estimating that this 25% tariff on Canada is going to increase the price of your gas by like 40 to 70 cents a gallon. Because
Here's the thing, though.
No, stop.
You
Stop.
all
Shut the
say
fuck up. You stop
experts
talking.
are estimating.
You stop
There's no
talking.
proof of
You
it.
stop talking. You stop talking until I'm done. You got it? Good boy. Back to
Sorry,
what I was
Dean.
saying. Now, you stop. Thank you. Got back to what I was saying. Holy shit. Okay, here we
boy.
go. With no interruption. Awesome this time. We're going to do it this time with no interruption. I want
All right,
to
good
know
boy.
how... You can't steal my joke then run with it.
I'm just saying, good boy.
Are you talking to yourself looking in the mirror?
I'm just staring at
Good boy.
myself.
Awesome. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So, how do you justify Trump's tariffs on Canada? And there's three main points here. So, first of all, experts are estimating that this will increase a single gallon of your gasoline by upwards of 30 to 40 to 70 cents a gallon, which unfortunately makes sense considering that Canada would account for 70% of our natural gas and oil imports. And then on top of that, as of literally today, Canada now stands so opposed to these tariffs that they are now threatening to stop all oil and gas into America if Trump were to impose them. And that is literally so fucking drastic. That will
Can I speak?
That will cripple our oil and gas sects. And that is
Oh my God, no, it
And I
won't.
also just want to put it out there.
It just won't.
That it's also the case that oil and gas from Canada is so important to America that Donald Trump signed the USMCA into law last time he was president, which was a trade agreement that the right paraded and
Yes, I know. You renegotiated
years
NAFTA.
to
I understand that.
reduce tariffs on trade with countries like Canada.
Here's the thing, dude. I was all for him renegotiating NAFTA. It was a net positive, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, but you're actively contradicting that because the goal of it was to reduce the cost of trade between our two countries, like reducing tariffs. And now you're saying that it's a good thing to increase them again. So why was it good? in
Look,
2018?
we did not negotiate in
But it's
Canada's interest. We
bad,
negotiated in
but
the
now it's
U.S.
good to
Are you going to let me
increase the
talk?
tariffs.
Can I talk?
Why was it good to reduce tariffs on Canada then, but it's good to increase tariffs on Canada now?
Because, man, you don't understand how Trump uses tariffs, man.
That was like the most low IQ response. I've ever
Listen, dude. Listen, I'll
Dude,
unpack
no,
it
seriously,
for you
dude,
if
that
you
was
let
the
me
best
speak.
response I've ever heard. I didn't consider that.
Let me speak.
Consider us all debunked. There's no coming back from that one. Wow.
Listen,
We're cooked.
literally, are all three of you gonna talk while I'm trying to talk?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to say nothing of substance, I mean, we
Yeah.
might as well, right?
If you keep
Well, you're
saying
not gonna
dumb
let me
shit, we're all
speak,
gonna.
so.
I mean, we've let you speak, and you've only said dumb
Yeah,
shit.
you've been speaking for
Look,
like
dude.
a long time, buddy. We're still waiting
Well-
for like anything of substance. It's just
Well,
not
you
happening
keep
yet.
cutting me off every time I talk, so it's kind of
Well,
hard.
I mean, when you say shit like that, it's like how do you expect it to just sit there and be like, oh yeah, it's very informative. Go ahead though.
Well,
you can
dude,
speak
I
once more.
literally,
You can speak once more.
just consider the fact I'm arguing against three little boys right now who are upset.
If your argument's
They're
good and
upset.
backed by fact, you should be able to do it.
Yeah,
That we've-
well, that's
Parker,
what I. It's,
Dean and I have done, like,
if they
31
didn't cut me off and mute me, I would be talking.
Just to be
How old are
clear,
you?
you've talked quite a bit and you've said nothing yet. So by all means, you're welcome
I've
to
said a
talk
whole
again.
lot. Listen, man.
Whole lot of shit. Yeah, a whole lot
dude,
of crap.
listen. Okay, you're
lot
gonna
of
cut me
crap.
off again. 10 seconds in.
Go
Are you gonna
ahead.
let me talk?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, I actually do have to cut
Renegotiating
him
NAFTA
off,
was
and I feel
okay. Yeah,
bad
cut
for
me
it.
off again.
Listen, I feel bad for it, but the reason I have to cut you off is, boys, my girlfriend just got here, so I got to dip. But Harriet,
All right.
and
Peace out, man.
for letting me up.
Appreciate it, man. No problem.
Yo, that's dope,
Enjoy.
Dean. Have a nice day.
Shut up.
All right, go for it, Sin.
I'm just saying that's.
Just be
that's
quiet.
dope.
Just go. Just go.
Okay.
Just go.
Dude, renegotiating NAFTA was a good thing. Dude, you got so upset when I.
That was just fun.
Oh man, that's funny. You're muted right now, buddy. You gotta figure it out.
That one's always good.
Yeah.
Okay, am I unmuted?
You're unmuted now. Yep.
Renegotiating NAFTA was a good thing. Net positive. We agree.
Sorry, I had to do it just one more time. Just once. Seriously, just once. I'm sorry. I'm done.
Oh man. All right.
Okay, can you mute me one more time so we can do that whole thing? Give me a mute, babe.
You
You're
can't
welcome.
say can you and then
I mean, he asked for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
man.
I give the people. I give the people what they ask for. You know.
while
love it.
you're speaking about the renegotiation of NAFTA, like what were the main points that changed from NAFTA to the USMCA that you like?
Mexican production, basically. Mexican production was a problem for us. We lost a lot of manufacturing jobs to Mexico. Initially, Canada wasn't really the problem with NAFTA. It was Mexico, dude.
So Donald Trump still
You would
outsourced more
agree with
jobs than
that?
Obama did, though.
Dude, according to fucking what?
Business Insider and the federal
What kind of
government. That's where they
jobs?
got the data from.
Which jobs did he outsource?
I can show you the article if you want.
Bring it up. Just tell me the jobs if you know them.
Yeah, one second.
Do you
Let me just
not?
pull up No, let me pull up the article for you. So it's actually, sorry, it's Bloomberg. It's the offshoring of U.S. jobs increase on Trump's watch. They say there's a fairly good barometer of data kept by the U.S. Department of Labor on applications for trade adjustment assistance, a federal aid program for workers dislocated by the effects of trade. Those petitions, importantly, can be filed by workers and local government officials as well as firms. They are all investigated and certified by the Labor Department, which tries to establish which country the jobs are heading. If you dive into the data, as we did for the story, on how a company founded by Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross has been closing factories in the U.S. and shifting production overseas, even if he serves in Trump's cabinet, you find some interesting tidbits. Between Trump's inauguration day and the end of June this year, the Labor Department certified 1,996 petitions related to companies shifting work overseas. Those petitions covered 184,888 jobs in fields ranging from manufacturing to back office functions for financial service companies. In other words, offshoring didn't stop under Donald Trump. For the equivalent period of President Barack Obama's second term, the Labor Department actually certified fewer petitions covering fewer jobs, 1,811 petitions affecting 172,336 jobs, which in theory means more than 12,500 jobs were offshored under Donald Trump than Obama.
Okay, listen. What do you think about the Obama economy?
I mean, can you just respond? to
You
what I'm
understand
saying?
it was historic. You understand it was the worst economy since World War II, correct?
That actually makes no sense. How do you quantify that?
There was, go by GDP, dude. There was literally average 1.5
Wow.
GDP growth under Obama.
So you're
It
talking
was
about
half
GDP.
of Jimmy
You're talking about
Carter's.
You're talking about GDP growth. So what you're not taking into account. Wait, actually, if you look at specifically 2012 through 2000.
Stop it, dude. What were you doing during Obama?
Can I reference?
Can you just shut the fuck
2000
up? Thank
Were
you.
you
reference
in the
to-
real world or were
Excuse
you
me. Can
in
you
high
shut the fuck
school?
up? Can you shut the fuck up? Thank you pretty
Were
much.
you in high
Well,
school?
I have an
Go ahead, Parker.
econ degree, so I did
Oh,
study
come
this.
on.
I have an econ degree, so I did
In
study
high
this.
school, you were in high school when Obama was
Can you
president.
can you just shut the fuck up? Thank you. Go
How
ahead,
was
Parker.
that for you?
So now I'm going to make you shut the fuck up. You offered and you didn't take it. So go ahead, Parker.
Yeah, so if you actually look at like 2013 through 2000 to 2000 up to 2017, it is the case that we had a similar trend of increase in GDP growth than what we had between the years of 2017 through 2019. Right, so like I don't understand specifically how you're going to sit there and argue, oh, it's so bad under the what's it called, the
Obama.
in terms of real GDP growth, by the way. If you look at the Obama administration, but it was so good under Trump. It was the same fucking trend, literally the exact same trend. Okay, you saying, oh, it was so bad, that's just such a ridiculous statement, right? The only
Historically
reason
bad,
Trump,
actually.
the only
worst
reason
since
Trump
World
had
War
his
II.
good. The only reason you considered Trump had his good economy is because of the trend that existed prior
As
under
good
Obama.
economy
that
as
was continued.
Obama? As a robust economy as Obama?
It was already trending up in the same way that.
Do you know
that,
anybody that was
Trump,
working when
Trump,
Obama was
Trump
president?
Trump was literally being like, "Oh my God, the economy's so great," and it's like it was the trend that came from Obama. So the same economy he said was
Dude,
bad under
stop it.
Obama, he's now arguing is good. You guys have no fucking
That's
spine
hilarious.
intellectually.
Listen,
You have
man.
zero spine
Stop
intellectually.
it. Listen, man. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Subprime mortgages under Clinton, subprime mortgages were a Clinton thing. That's what caused the housing bubble to pop. Subprime mortgages under Clinton. You understand that, right?
So one, you can't say that's Obama's fault. One,
Housing bubble pops.
two, you understand
Under
that the
Obama.
Wait. You understand that the
Popped
setup
before Obama.
specifically for like the particular types of mortgage-backed securities that you'd be referencing and those particular like loans and whatnot. The backing for those, you'd have to give me a reason to believe that they all came under the Bill Clinton administration. I don't think that's true. I think there were plenty of them that
They
came
were
under Bush.
literally a result of Stop it, dude. They
specific-
were a result.
Wait, so then why
of
didn't it happen
the
earlier?
fucking- Dude, I'll give you.
So then why didn't it
I'll
happen
give you a
earlier?
source.
Yeah, go ahead. Why didn't it
Because
happen
it took
earlier?
a while for the housing bubble to pop.
Yeah,
But it
These
also didn't pop
subprime
under
mortgages
Obama.
get signed under
yeah.
Clinton. Stop it, dude. Listen, are you letting me talk?
I'm just saying it. You said it popped under Obama. It didn't pop under
Subprime
Obama.
mortgages started. It popped under at the end of Bush, but Obama inherited a bad economy. I will give you
Yeah.
that.
So just to be clear, but it didn't pop
But
under
his
Obama.
recovery. Okay, yes, it popped at the end of Bush. I understand that. Literally, his recovery was the worst. Boys, you need to understand. His economy was the worst, literally, since World War II. 1.5 GDP growth is atrocious, and it was half of Jimmy Carter's, which was 3.3.
Yeah, wait. I'm still waiting on that source.
would agree
that
that's
provides
bad.
it all.
We're still
I'm
waiting
on the source
for that.
that provides it all came from Bill Clinton. Because I don't even think
Yes,
that's.
they were a result.
We're also waiting on that source that said that the companies in China are paying for tariffs. By the way, I'm still waiting on that.
They already are, dude. They
Yeah,
literally
but you
are,
keep
man.
saying it, but we've asked for a source for 30 minutes now. So you have a couple things to bring to us. Do that and the source that was all because of Clinton.
Clinton.
Both the two sources,
My
please.
God,
So
dude, it's
somewhere cut out
crazy that you have to come with sources for
there.
everything.
Oh God,
you
it's
say
so
with
terrible. You have to
guys.
cite your
Oh my
stuff.
God, we have to provide evidence and facts. Aha!
Like,
When I
dude,
go
do
on
I have
MAGA Live, I don't
sources
have to do
on
this.
deck? I'm not a psycho, dude. I don't do this for a living.
You're not a psycho for having evidence? Okay.
I don't have 10 sources on deck, like, at all times.
You don't need to have 10 sources.
Yeah.
What? We asked you for one.
Also, the average
There
Parker
we
was right.
go.
The average GDP growth under Obama's second term was 2.4%. Under Donald Trump, it was 2.4.
No, dude, it was no. Stop
two-
it. The
2 point
average
what,
was
Harry?
1.9.
No, I'm looking in
the
Obama's
peak.
second term. I have an NBC article in front of me right now.
Yeah, go ahead. What did it say? Go ahead, say it again, because I couldn't hear you.
Under
'Cause you're
Obama's
just yapping.
second term, It was 2.4%. Under Donald Trump, it was 2.5 on average. So
Yeah,
Stop
literally
it.
the same.
Highest.
you keep saying fucking stop it, and then you don't provide an article. You were saying that it was 1.9 to
Dude.
Obama. I have an NBC article in front of me right now.
It was 1.5.
So stop it. Wait, what source?
It started 1.5
for his second term. For his second term.
1.9.
He's
his
taking into
second
account
term.
the first term is heavily impacted by the financial crisis, right? So obviously growth is going to be very low after a financial crisis. You understand if Trump were president, that same thing would have happened, right? Like the level of economic
But the
literacy
recovery
is
would
so
have been
low.
better because stop.
Wait,
dude,
you have no
because
evidence the recovery would have been better.
better.
Based on what policy?
What do you mean? He wouldn't have destroyed. Dude, Obama. Do you think Obamacare was good for the economy?
Source.
Yes.
Source. We're still waiting on sources, please.
How? How is Obamacare good for
This guy's
the economy?
allergic to providing
Yeah,
sources.
yeah. It provides more of a healthy labor force. Ensuring that your citizens have health care, wow, surprising. It actually makes the labor force more healthy and better off and more productive.
Wow.
Here we go, dude. Obama's historically bad economy. It's right here, dude.
According to what?
Recent
What are you
release
citing?
of
According to
Amendment
GDP growth, the
Quarterly-
GDP growth
Stop
was
it, dude.
essentially the same.
It literally wasn't.
What are you citing right now?
Hudson.org.
What is the article?
Obama's historically bad economy, dude. The U.S. Commerce Department Bureau's Economic Analysis, the BEA, the source for all the figures provided herein, average annual GDP growth in the post-World War II era has been 2.9%. By far the worst year in that stretch was when it was in the immediate aftermath of the war. GDP declined more than 4 times as much as 11.6% as it has in any year since. From 1947 onward, average GDP was 3.2%.
Yeah, but we just talked about how you're citing the first term
Here
of
we go.
Obama as well.
Yeah. So like if you actually take this into account, you understand that the largest this is how crazy this take is. Think about it this way. I could make this argument with jobs. Trump lost more jobs than almost any president, right, since World War II. Okay? You want to know why? Because of COVID. Okay? That's not looking at any external variables. How about you look at the external variables that happened under the Obama administration that would explain
just blame
why there was a
COVID for
lower
Obama?
real GDP growth?
No, listen to what he's saying. Numbnuts.
What did
Oh my
you say?
God.
I made a comparison. I said, would you blame Trump for COVID? No, it's an external variable. Same way that you wouldn't blame Obama for an external variable. We all know that this
No,
is
but I
caused
would
specifically
blame the
by...
left because of Clinton's policy. It was the HUD.
Wait, you still have no
HUD
fucking...
is the
you've given me
policy.
zero,
What's
zero evidence.
source? We've been waiting again.
God.
I just tried to remind you again the two sources that we're waiting on, and you
Okay, here.
look. I guess
Here.
I know. I think Parker and I should start running with the statistic that Donald Trump is one of 2 presidents to lose jobs. He left office with less jobs than when he came into office. Him and Herbert Hoover. So I think Parker and I should start talking about that and completely ignore the fact that COVID happened, because that's what you're doing
Look,
with Obama, right? Let's
it
just
is. Here
completely
it
ignore
is.
the fact that Barack
The
Obama
CRA,
inherited
the
a
Community
economic
Reinvestment
catastrophe. Now
Here it
speak.
is,
You can
dude.
speak now. I give you permission now.
The Clinton administration enforcing the Community Reinvestment Act. It was designed to counteract like discriminatory renting policies, like redlining and shit. You understand that? But it made it possible for companies to sign subprime mortgages to people.
What policy
This was a
specifically?
Clinton, the Community Reinvestment Act.
Of
Under
1977,
No, dude. Of 1996.
1996. Because there's a couple community reinvestment acts. So
Well, then he definitely, he rewrote it or did something. During the Clinton administration, here it is, a key policy regarding redlining was to focus on enforcing the Community Reinvestment Act, which aimed to prevent banks from discriminating against certain neighborhoods when providing loans. Effectively combating the practices of redlining where lenders
Are you
would
saying
refuse to
Housing
provide
and
services to
Housing and Community
specific-
Development Act of 1992?
Can I...
the only community reinvestment act I
Let
see
me
is from
finish.
Yeah. Are
Yeah.
you referencing the Housing and Community Development Act of 1992?
That's probably it.
Yeah, that's George
I
Bush.
said the HUD, dude.
That's George Bush.
Yeah, this
Okay,
law was passed in
That's
1977.
literally George Bush. Made law by George
no,
Bush.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. I'm seriously reading it right now. June
Okay,
June
well, then we're
5th,
talking about
1992. That was
different
before
things.
Bill Clinton got in office.
We're talking about two different things.
Okay, so then what do
You
you
said the
referencing?
Community Reinvestment Act.
Okay, well, bro, listen, man.
We're listening.
Key points about Clinton's redlining policy enforcing the CRA. The Clinton administration actively monitored and enforced the Community Reinvestment Act, which was designed to prevent redlining. Maybe it was written in 1977. It was
And
obviously
passed
there were
and
pieces
in law
of it.
since 1977.
Yes,
But
I understand that. Obviously, it was. There were parts of it rewritten, or it was added to, whatever the fuck. It was amended. Clinton
So what
administration
then
took
what part was added under Clinton that made the financial crisis happen?
Subprime mortgages, dude. Subprime mortgages
That was
started
please, find me
Clinton.
sources saying that Clinton added that to the law, where it's like, yeah.
He didn't add it to the law, but it was like a loophole where subprime mortgages started.
So a
under
law that was
Clinton. This
passed
is
in
a
So wait, now he just
1977.
admitted it. He just admitted that it wasn't determined by Bill Clinton,
Yeah.
by the way.
Thank you, appreciate that. That was good. I'm glad we went.
What are
through
you
that.
talking about?
It's a law
What
that
do
was
you mean?
passed in
I didn't know. What did
1977.
that
buddy.
prove?
It was a law that was passed
Okay,
in
well,
1977.
I'm talking about subprime mortgages. This is what I'm not talking about the Community Reinvestment Act.
You're
I'm
saying
talking
that
about
this
fucking-
law led to the subprime mortgages, which then led to the economic collapse. And you're saying that this law
There
was
was
passed under Bill
some
Clinton,
enforcement,
and you're
dude.
wrong. It was not
Listen,
passed
man.
under Bill Clinton. It was not
Listen,
passed
man.
under Bill Clinton. It was passed in
Subprime
1977.
mortgages started under Clinton.
Oh my fucking god! And you're saying it's because of this
What
act?
policy?
Yes. You're saying it's because of this act? Yes.
Yeah, because the Community Reinvestment Act
No,
is
I'm not.
1977.
Then why the
I
fuck
did
did you
earlier.
bring up the
Bro,
Community
boys.
Reinvestment Act?
Oh my God! It was obviously, dude. There was a piece of it amended, whatever the fuck, whatever.
So
Clinton
what
did
part of it
to
was amended?
allow for
What part of it was
subprime
amended?
mortgages. Oh
What
my
part
God,
of it
dude,
was
Do
amended?
you expect me to have an answer to that question?
Yes, I do.
Listen,
Yes, if you're blaming this law and a specific portion of this law, and you're saying that Clinton amended
Listen,
it
man.
to allow for these subprime mortgages to take place, then what part of it was amended?
okay, listen. Oh my God. It's right here. As then, the Federal Reserve Chairman Alan Greenspan testified in Congress in 2008, the early stages of the subprime mortgage market essentially emerged out of the CRA. Effective in January 1993, the 1992 housing bill required Fannie and Freddie Mae to make 30% of their mortgage purchases affordable housing plans, subprime mortgages. The quota was raised to 40% in 1996, 42 in 1997, and in 2000, the Department of Housing and Urban Development ordered the quota raised to 50%.
So you're
The
not
Bush
citing this
administration-
1977 law.
Yo, Dakota,
No,
thank
I'm
you
not
so much for
citing
the
the
$50. Thank you so
1977
much,
law.
Dakota.
Okay, well, then I don't know why
why
you
I'm
said
you
that.
citing
Dakota
a
in the comment
specific
section right now. Thank you so much,
enforcement during
Dakota.
the 90s.
I don't know why you said it then. I just we were
Because
looking at
it's
the
relevant to the
1977 law.
con-
Now you're saying it was a law in 1992, which was a different act. You're now
No,
my
I'm
understanding
saying
is you're
it was
citing the Housing and
enforcement
Community
of the
Development Act.
CRA in 1992.
You just said it was the Housing and Community Development Act.
Listen, man.
Decide on the
What I'm
law
saying.
that caused it. Decide on the law that caused it.
Dude, I'm not. I can tell you, enforcement of the CRA in 1992 and 1993
Oh my
led
god.
to subprime
Based on what?
mortgages
Based on
from
what?
Fannie Mae.
Based on what? Based on what?
Based on the fucking what do you think subprime
Based on what?
mortgages
Based
started
on
going
what?
down, dude?
Based on what?
Andrea, think of the $5. Gina, think of the dollar.
Based on
Like,
dude,
please,
I don't know. I remember when the
specifics.
housing
You're just saying
bubble
I need
popped.
a
know people that
a
used
part
to
of the
sell
law. I need a
subprime
part of the law
mortgages.
that led to this happening.
Dude,
You're just saying like, oh, this law specifically led to this. You're not giving any specifics. You cited some guy that
tell me.
testified in
Then
2008.
you tell me. You tell me. When did subprime mortgages start?
I'm gonna no.
You tell me.
The burden of proof is on you. So what part of
I
this
told
law
you.
led
I
to this
gave you.
consequence?
Enforcement of the CRA. I don't know what fucking part of the law specifically, but I can tell you for a fact, subprime mortgages started
So we're just
in
okay.
the 90s.
Then your argument is totally moot. If you can't cite any specifics as to why your argument makes sense,
I
then
just did,
there's no
dude.
point. You just said I couldn't cite a specific part of the law.
I'm citing the law though, and I'm citing when it happened, dude. When do you think? You tell me.
Hold on, send it.
so painful.
So what you're actually referencing, the CRA in 1995, by the way. There's a study attributing the subprime crisis to the CRA in 1985. That's been debunked by the Federal Reserve Board because it wasn't interpreting the law correctly that took an effect in 1998. And when accounting for that variable, using the correct timing, the review indicated zero causal relationship found.
You tell me, when did subprime mortgages start happening?
W. Megan, by the way. Wait, Megan. Wait. I mean, sorry, I don't know why I said Megan. I meant to
Parker,
say.
I asked you a question.
Yes, I understand. What you're referencing
It's
went into
Sinead.
effect. What you're referencing?
It's Sinead, you dick.
Your name's not Sinead.
It's Sinead.
Your name's not
You say
Sinead,
it.
though. Your name's not Sinead.
You say it right now. Yes, it is.
You didn't. By the way, I just want to. For everybody that's new, this guy didn't know who the Speaker of the House was earlier. So if you're wondering like whether this guy's reliable about literally anything, he doesn't know who the Speaker of the House
Bro,
is. He also didn't know that the
I thought you were
Republicans
talking
control
about
the House.
Biden's presidency.
He doesn't control the Republic. He didn't
Bro.
know the Republicans control the House. Also, by the way, the Republicans also control the House. For
I
part of
thought you were
Biden's
talking
presidency.
about Biden's presidency.
Yeah, the
bro.
Republicans also control the House for part of Biden's presidency.
Well, Connor,
Yes,
do
but
you
they
want to
took it back in
address
20 They
that
didn't
though?
take it back until 2022, bro.
Yeah, so
Wait,
for half of
stop
Biden's
it.
presidency, they controlled the House. So
Wait, do you want to address that though? The Federal Reserve
Okay.
Board indicated that there was no
Listen,
causal
man.
relationship found. Priscilla, think of the $5. He's just
Okay,
like
and what?
completely brain broke.
Subprime mortgages to the housing bubble popping.
So what you're referencing, yeah, is that the subprime crisis.
You're
referencing
saying
the
there's no causation?
referencing the CRA, right? The CRA having an effect on this. No causal relationship between the CRA, right, and the
Look.
subprime crisis.
I know for a fact there was specific policy from Clinton to counteract redlining in the 90s. Are you disagreeing with this? You're telling me there wasn't?
Yeah, we're telling you that the CRA specifically was 1985, and it was determined that it had no effect, right, on the subprime crisis.
On
No causal
Dude.
relationship found.
Okay, listen to me. Okay, maybe it's not the fucking CRA. Whatever Clinton enforced, whatever fucking legislation.
So you don't even know what you're
So you don't even know the
referencing.
legislation.
Redlining.
oh my
Dude,
god,
you fucking asked me. You literally
don't know the
asked me to go
legislation. You
dig
don't
up
know
a
specific
source.
parts of the law. You don't know anything. You don't know who's the Speaker of the House. You don't know who controls the House. You don't know anything. Stop, please. And you don't. By the way, we're
I
still waiting on that
literally-
tariff source.
I do.
Please don't talk about these things if you don't have a goddamn clue what the hell you're talking about. Because then we get to points like this where
Here's-
you're like,
bro.
yeah, you don't. Then we reveal the fact that you don't know any parts of the law, and then you get angry and you're
I
like,
do,
oh, I'm
though.
so mad at these people because I don't know something. Oh my god.
Listen,
dude.
man.
Just
you
go
asked
read.
me to dig it
Hey,
up.
hey, excuse
You
me,
asked me to dig it up.
excuse me. Let me ask you one. What do they do with
Excuse
soccer
me.
balls?
What do they do with soccer balls?
Yeah, what do you do with a soccer ball?
Tell me, Harry.
You kick them. Get the fuck out.
Later, buddy. Later, bud.
Later, buddy. Megan, thanks for the $20. I appreciate you. The study attributing. Oh yeah. That's interesting. Gina, thanks for the $2
W,
as well.
Megan.
I appreciate you. Aaron, thanks for the $2 as well. Alexander, thanks for the $10 as well. I appreciate that. And Laura, thanks for the $50. Get some W's in the chat for Laura. I appreciate you so very much. W's in the chat for Laura. At least 50 at a minimum for Laura. I appreciate you so much. And Lena, thanks for the $25 again. If I hear the word tariffs again, it'll be too soon. Yeah. Faith, thanks for the $5. Laney, thanks for the one. Does Dean use Cash App? I believe he does. Yes. Shaw, thanks for the
doesn't. He
$1.
doesn't have
Essence,
it.
thanks for the $2. He does or doesn't?
He doesn't. They don't like
he
him for
does.
some reason.
Okay. For some reason. All right. If you're, yeah, I'll do one more. If you're MAGA, come on up. We'll let you up and we can talk.
All right, everyone. Tap that screen. Let's get to 1 million likes. Share it live as well, everyone. It will help get it out to more people.
Oh my god, look at this. MAGA Church is this guy's username.
Oh, I've already debated this guy a million times. He's a troll.
Hey,
He's
I got a
troll.
question for Parker. Parker, what?
Too bad. Sorry. If he says you're a troll, buddy, it's not happening. It's just not happening.
No, he's a troll we've had on plenty of times. He's been on a million times. That's the only reason I don't
Yeah.
have you talk to him.
I don't actually recall talking to him, so I don't know.
That's surprising that he never got you. He'll get on another account and he'll get you. I promise.
What does he say?
He's just like, he says all the most insane shit.
Oh, is he like intentionally like inflammatory?
Like I mean, like he'll say like he believes the reptile shit, like he believes that there's reptiles and believes we're paid by the DNC and all the conspiracy stuff.
Gotcha. What's up, John? Are you MAGA?
No, I'm sorry, I did not mean to request. Oh
That's
my
okay, no
goodness.
problem. I appreciate it.
No,
Have a
I'm
good one,
from
all right?
I'm from Canada, and I was very upset when Trump won. So
Yeah, I feel that. All right, man. Well, no problem. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
have
all
a
right?
great night, eh? Thanks for
man.
all you do.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, if you are MAGA, let us know. Oh, look at this guy. His bio is watch me interview drunk people on YouTube. Hello, you vote for Donald Trump?
I already did, brother.
Yeah, why?
Yo, why did you kick that guy right when it got to good policy? That was actually getting good.
That guy was getting to good policy, the guy that didn't know
Now,
what
I'm
he
not
was,
picking sides,
saying.
but it was finally to a point where you liberals weren't using your robot talking points, and like this was actually an educational live for once.
You
It was-
liberals
wait, just-
weren't using your
Kick
robot
him,
talking points. Can you
finally.
give me an
Yeah.
example of my robot talking points?
Parker, how many genders are there?
So typically there's 2 within our society.
I say,
Harry,
you know what, Joe? I think Joe Biden's answer is the best.
Yo.
At least 2.
You know what's funny, Harry? I got a video of you on my page, and you're like, Joe Biden is our nominee. Joe Biden is in this race to win it. He is not going to drop out. Joe
Yeah. So
Biden
when
is going to win.
so wait, just to be clear, when Joe Biden was the nominee and he's saying I'm gonna be the nominee, do you want me to be like, oh no, I think he's lying?
You said he's going to win the election. How did that go?
Hey,
Yeah,
Best, who won the 2020 election?
Yeah. Who won the 2020 election, please?
I believe Joe Biden.
Good.
Okay, wait, so Trump lied about it for the past few years with no evidence?
But you can win by cheating, right? That's kind of what these transgender.
Oh,
athletes
okay,
are
wait.
doing.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
think that Joe Biden cheated?
I don't know enough, but the vote counts are looking a little odd, brother.
Yeah. You just
Okay,
you
okay,
don't-
so
you
they
don't know enough,
stole
period. Just leave
2020.
it there. Just
Yeah, they
leave it there.
stole 2020, but then they just decided to take it off for 2024 and let Trump win.
Hey, I'm not gonna get into that, bro. He's your president now, so
He's actually
You're
not
mad.
president yet, buddy. So do me a favor. How about you get out of the live? Appreciate it. All right, if you're
bot,
MAGA,
dude.
let us know. I'll bring you up. Let's bring up Renee. See if she's MAGA. Venmo, Cash App in the link in the bio for both Parker and I. If you want to support the live, also drop a follow if you haven't already. Follow Parker. He does lives all the time as well. Renee, are you MAGA? You vote for Donald Trump? You're muted right now. Oh, there you go. What was that?
Yes, I did. I voted for Donald Trump.
What a disaster. Have I talked to you before or no?
Yeah, but it's been a little bit.
All right. So why don't you remind us as to why you voted for Donald Trump?
I thought his economic policies were better than Harris's.
What economic policies are those?
Oh, where do I start? For one, the Tax Cut and Jobs Act that he signed.
Can you tell me one provision within the bill that you like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that it removed the mandate requiring individuals to purchase health insurance. It also-
That was done by the Supreme
Yeah,
Court.
that was struck down by the Supreme Court. And I think 2019, maybe earlier.
I don't think so. As far as
Yes, it was.
It was passed in 2017, and then it was signed in 2018, and it's not supposed to end until 2025. From my knowledge, my latest knowledge.
So do you like our current tax policy?
Which one?
Do you like our current tax policy?
Which one specifically?
Like overall? Do you like how it's affecting the country right now? Do you think your taxes are too high?
Yes, but that's not part of the tax.
That's Trump's tax policy.
No, it's not.
Yeah, we're currently still under Trump tax policy.
Oh, okay. Well, I have 4 kids, and it raised the child tax credit, and under Biden, it's went down. So
Wait, no, it did not go down under Biden. In 2021, they increased the child tax credit to $3,600 through them being 5 years old, $3,000 through them being 18, which reduced childhood poverty by 40 to 50%. Kamala Harris was actually advocating to increase the child tax credit to $6,000 for the first year of a child's life, and then to keep all of those other things that existed in the 2021 version.
That must have been one of those ads that she ran, according to USA Today, that talked about Google's transparency, saying that the headlines were written by a political campaign. That's USA Today.
No, I'm referencing specifically what she was advocating for, the child tax credit.
Okay, did she
Right.
ever say that? Because I didn't see her say that.
Yes, she did. It was on her policy website.
Okay, so again, you can go to USA Today. You can look up Google through their Transparency Center, and you can find how they doctored those headlines. I never.
They
I went-
didn't that this headline wasn't doctored. I'm
You can go
referencing
to
one of her
US
policies.
You can find it because
I'm referencing one of her policies. What do
Okay,
you mean
I
the
don't-
headlines were doctored? What are you
I don't
talking
know what
about?
policy is that you're even speaking of at all? Like I have no idea what. Can
Yeah,
you
the
get it
increase
outside?
in the child tax credit is $6,000 for the first year of a child's life,
Can you
$3,600
website?
to them being 5 years old, and $3,000 to them being
Okay, you
18.
just say
And
that
then you
doesn't-
know what I'm referencing for 2021? The American Rescue Plan. You can read the American Rescue Plan on Congress.gov.
Okay, Congress.gov, American Rescue Plan. Okay, well, I didn't get rescued. Just like that's my personal experience. I was not rescued. I'm glad that you were.
Dude,
What the
dude,
fuck?
are you, dude? You actually? Oh my God, I can't. I'm gonna cry, dude.
Go ahead and cry.
Actually, you got a child tax credit increase, so yeah, you did get
I
more
mean, I
money.
didn't, but okay. Thank you for.
You
I mean,
in
that's
2021, if you had kids, you did.
Okay, if you say so. I don't know. When's it supposed to hit my account, Parker? I'm waiting for that money, bud. I could really
It
use
already
right now.
did in 2021.
Oh, it
Yeah, you
did
gotta go
because I
back.
didn't get it. So anyway, but that's why the Tax Cut and Jobs Act. Big fan. And
Yeah, so,
I'm looking forward to.
did you know that it only added 0.04% to the annual GDP, which is $10 billion in GDP growth, less than $2 billion in federal revenues for $190 billion of debt-related spending every year, according to the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget?
Yeah, that's cool. I do know that things were more affordable under Trump, so you can rattle off all that crap. That
Well, tariffs were going to make it less affordable, so good job. You voted
Yeah,
for
why-
lower
why were
prices
things-
and got higher.
Why were things more affordable under Trump? Why do you think they were?
Everything is more expensive. If you look at
Why do you think things
our
were more
economy
affordable
then
under
versus
Donald
our
Trump?
economy now, if you look at our economy then versus our economy now, there's no way that you live in reality if you think that it's
Why
better
do you
now
think
than
things were more affordable under Donald Trump? Like, why do you think
It was.
things went up?
It was.
I understand
It
that's what
was.
you're saying. Why do you think prices went up in your view?
I think it was the policies that Biden enacted. I
Like
think of a
what?
lot of the policies that he got rid of that Trump signed.
Like
in.
what? Like what?
I don't know, like the money that he's putting forth to, the Ukraine, money that
How is sending weapons to Ukraine inflationary? Those are weapons that have been made like years ago.
They're sending money as well.
What
They're
was
also They are also sending money.
Yeah, the overwhelming majority of what we're sending are weapons that have been built like years or decades ago. They're just sitting in a
Okay,
warehouse
even if
somewhere in the
it's
United
$5
States.
though,
We are sending some financial assistance to
Right.
Ukraine, but it's in like the tens of billions. It's a very small amount of the overall
Okay,
aid we've sent to
well, I don't-
Ukraine. And if we sent like $30 billion in aid to Ukraine, which I don't even think it's been that much in terms of financial assistance, that's obviously not going to lead to 9% inflation. Because by the way, Trump also sent $40 billion of aid to foreign countries every single year of his
And all the
presidency.
illegal immigration that are here.
How's that causing inflation?
Well, it costs New York City alone like $1 billion, and it's expected to go up to $4 billion in the 2025 fiscal year. That is just one example in one city.
Yeah.
And-
So how is that causing 9% inflation? And also, how is that a policy of the Biden administration?
Because they signed into laws that protected asylum seekers. And
Asylum seekers are already protected under law.
not to the extent that they are now. Not to the extent they are now.
So the Biden administration expanded some protections for asylum seekers, like women who had been subjected to domestic abuse in their home countries, or people who had been targeted by gangs. But in terms of like the asylum law as a whole, it's not been changed by Congress.
I mean, you can go. I would like to know where you're getting that because that's not what I've seen, and that's based off of.
Yeah. Are you asking like the protections that Biden added? Is that what you're asking for a source on?
I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay. I'm citing Politico.com. This is an article, Biden administration reverses Trump-era asylum policy. This was published in 2021. It says the Biden administration was reversing a series of Trump-era immigration rulings that narrowed asylum standards by denying protection to victims of domestic abuse and those who said they were threatened by gangs in their home country. That's what I'm referencing. So in that degree, yeah, we've expanded protection to those people, which I think is a good thing. No, don't you agree?
Sorry. Like when I go to do that, did you hear me?
No.
Okay. Well, I was referencing the U.S. Citizenship and U.S. citizenship and immigration.
What is that? Are you citing? Are you citing the U.S. Citizenships Act? I just still can't hear you when you go off TikTok Live.
U.S. Citizenships and Immigration's website. That's what it is.
The U.S. Citizenships and Immigration website. And what specific article on that website are you citing?
Benefits and responsibilities of asylum
Benefits and responsibilities of asylees. Is that what you said? Is that what you said is benefits and responsibilities of asylees?
Yes.
Okay, I'm on this website. Where is it saying that Biden caused inflation here? It's a .gov website, so I'm just curious where it's like, yeah, but the current president of the United States caused inflation. Just curious.
It is so hilarious to me, Harry.
I'm looking. Where is it? Where is
You
it?
literally cracked me up. Of course, it's not going to say Biden did this on that website. But if you look at cause and effect and you connect those dots, that's where.
Okay. Well, you can't just be like, well, let's connect the dots. So where on this website am I meant to be going?
Okay. Any of the money that you see being spent, that's where our money is going. That is causing them to print more money and to give it to people.
There was more money printed under the Trump administration.
Excuse me, Parker. I'm talking to Harry.
He's part of the live, so don't care.
I know. 2 against 1. I know.
Well, you don't
it's
have to be
really-
here. Nobody's forcing you to be here.
You're
So
right.
don't
You're
complain.
right. Nobody is forcing me to be here. I'm just pointing out that it's funny that it's 2 against 1, and it's like every time.
He said one thing. He said one thing.
He said a lot more than one thing, but the point is,
In terms of that conversation, he said one
he
thing.
wanted to know about inflation and Biden being the catalyst for this. Policies like the things that he put forth for asylees. Okay, that's a contributing factor.
I'm asking you what policy in particular, and as Parker just said, which is a good
He
point.
raised the
If you're of the
money,
view
raised
that
the
like
benefit.
spending led to
The
inflation, then you'd
asylees-
have to blame Donald Trump more.
The asylees were not coming over here.
Asylum seekers were still coming under coming to the United States under Donald Trump.
Not to the extent.
I agree, not to the extent, absolutely, but that's because
That's
there's a
because
global
of-
pandemic.
Yes.
So then there's more. So then
Economic
there's-
insecurity caused by global inflation, not due to the Biden-Harris administration, but because of COVID.
2021 to 2023 saw a 30-year increase. 2021
Because
to
there was a
20
once in a lifetime pandemic. Yes, absolutely.
that was post-pandemic.
Yet, so the the economic effects of the pandemic still persisted. They didn't just like end
I
when the
understand
vaccine
that.
came
I
out.
understand that, but the border security was more secure. There was actually a secure border.
No, there's more funding for the border now.
And there's actually less crossings right now than there was at the end of Trump's administration.
So you're
Yeah.
essentially saying that Biden and the Harris presidency is money laundering? Are you accusing
What? What? Where did you
What?
get that?
Where did you get that from?
You said there's more money now going to the border, and
Yeah,
yet we
the
have the
border
worst
patrol.
border.
Yes, there's more money going to
We
the
have
border
the
patrol.
worst border in 30 years. That is a fact.
It's
So you're
the
saying
people that
there's-
you're talking about are coming in legally. So the border patrol, you could give
No, they're
the
not.
border patrol $1 trillion. You could line the fence with turrets and spikes and dig a moat with gators in it. It doesn't change the fact that people can come over to the country legally with asylum. You could have a big moat. It won't change those numbers. You know who
Right.
did try to change the law to make it harder to seek asylum? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. You know what happened to that law? Donald Trump killed the bill and took credit for killing it.
That is so funny. That's hilarious.
I'm glad you find that humorous.
I really love you, Harry. Like, you fucking crack me up, dude. I love watching your lives. You
Please
just,
rebut anything I just said.
I will. I totally. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. I'm totally gonna look it up. Yeah, that's crap.
Okay, I'm asking you to rebut it, not asking to look up what I just said.
What, you want me to rebut that you're full of crap on the border?
Anything I just said.
It's wide open. Like,
Okay.
no, it's
So
not.
that doesn't rebut anything I just said. When you think
Okay,
it's
so-
wide open, who
Okay,
opened
okay.
it? How did it get opened?
Okay, 4 million. It increased by 4 million.
I'm still asking. I mean, it doesn't change the argument I just made regarding asylum. So it could increase by 4 million, but if it's increasing by 4 million asylum seekers, those are 4 million people who are coming in legally.
The asylum standard is lowered under
The
Biden.
asylum standard is low. It has been low for some time.
Okay, the standards for asylum seeking has been lowered. So
Lowered by
that
what?
it umbrellas more individuals.
Lowered by what? Like, are you just saying that Biden making exceptions for domestic violence abuse victims is lowering the
The
bar?
threshold to claim asylum.
What's the threshold?
threshold-
How did it change from Trump to Biden?
For one, you could just claim that you're experiencing any kind of, fill in the blank, any kind
Which
of.
no, you can't just fill in the blank. There are certain requirements that you have to hit if you're seeking asylum.
Okay, I'll give you a specific example, Harry. So
Okay.
you need the specifics. Okay, so you can literally just say, "Oh, well, if I go back to my country, they will unalive me," without any proof or validation at all, and they'll be like, "Okay, well, come on in." And they
So that
literally-
happens at a credible threat interview, right? Do you know the
Okay,
process of seeking asylum?
which 80% do not. Excuse me, 83% do not show up.
That's
So
not
then-
true. That's wait.
It is true. It
That
is
is
true.
not true.
You can-
Actually, Law of the Wild's here. I mean, that's no better person to.
Go
have
look
you-
it up.
No, I know you're wrong.
Okay,
I
well-
think you have the numbers backwards. It's over 85%, I believe, show up to their court dates if they don't have a lawyer, whereas over 95% of people show up to their court dates if they have
Okay,
representation.
and who supplies the lawyers?
The government?
Okay, so our taxpayers. So money
So
went up.
are you against providing the lawyers?
I'm saying that that contributes to inflation. That contributes to the economic problems and hardships that Americans.
Wait, what? Us funding lawyers for undocumented migrants or asylum seekers, I should
Right.
say,
Okay. Because look. Okay. For example, I
is
live
now
in-
somehow creating inflation. What planet
Okay,
are you
so
living?
for
I don't think you
example-
understand how inflation actually comes about.
Of course not, because I'm
Hey,
ignorant.
Harry,
I live-
plot twist. They don't get provided lawyers.
Oh wait, asylum seekers don't get lawyers?
Yes, they do.
Be quiet.
Yes, I
I'm
do.
listening. I'm listening to someone who actually knows what they're talking about.
Okay, I'll mute. I'll go ahead.
Oh no, law's
No,
lagging.
really lagging.
Yeah, Law, you're lagging. I don't know if you can hear us, but you're lagging.
Oh. Okay. Well, in the meantime, everyone tap the screen. Let's get to 1.5 million likes. It filled the bar up a few times.
Oh no, I really
Law's
want-
experiencing some type of MAGA mobile right now.
Yeah, I think he's been hacked by Donald Trump and his team.
Elon. Good old Elon.
Is that true? I thought that asylum seekers do get lawyers.
I thought they did too. I thought it was like pro bono, and I thought that it was you were given
No,
one.
there are some organizations that do provide them attorneys at low or no cost, but they they absolutely do not get court-appointed attorneys.
That's interesting.
What is that called? Where it's like you get money from the government. There's a specific like.
Did you just hear what he just said?
Yeah, I did. But there's also a specific legal term where you like fill it out and you send it in and they reimburse you. What is that called? The lawyer would know.
The lawyer.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like
Let me just-
legal
let me
aid
just-
that offers like assistance to people, but there's no program that reimburses them.
Isn't it like a government subsidy though? Like a subsidy?
No. And just to go back on your numbers, you had 83% right, but it's 83% of unrepresented people show up to their final asylum interviews. And if they actually have a lawyer, it's 91% of them show up to their court
Okay.
dates.
So, okay. All right, fine. We'll run with that. Even if it's 1%, okay, we're still footing the bill for that. Like we still are. And I like you can talk to your blue in the face, but I'm telling you, like the numbers don't lie. New York City alone, like I said, it is expected to cost New York City alone, that's one city in all of the 50 states, like $4 billion for the 2025 fiscal year.
Right,
Money
but
could be
that's
going
out of
to the New York City.
that's out of the New York City's budget. That's has nothing to do with the president or the federal government.
If it's affecting one city like that, what do you think it's doing to the rest of the cities, and what kind of burden do you think that's putting on the government?
But the thing is that's up to the people who live in New York City and the people who they represent to establish their
But they
budget.
don't want
That has
to do
nothing to
this.
do with the federal government.
Because it's a federal law that they do this thing. So, like, just can you explain to me, like, that's one city.
No, it's not absolutely not
What
federal
kind of-
law that they provide
What
any
kind of burden
services.
is that putting on the rest of the country and the government, like the American government? Even if it's just 1%.
Because it comes out of the city's budget. It has nothing to do with the federal government.
So aren't they like declaring a state of emergency to try to take care of these people? And wouldn't that be federal?
No, cities can declare states of emergency. States can declare states of emergencies, or the federal government. The federal government hasn't declared a state of emergency.
Right, right. And who pays for that?
Who pays for what?
Who pays for the asylees? Like I'm telling you, based on just New York City, and it going up to, the fiscal year of 2025, it being 4 billion with a B, B as in Biden, billion.
Oh, thanks for that clarification. That was good. I appreciate that. I didn't know that. Wow.
B as in Biden,
Telling me now for the first time. I didn't.
Billion. That's my point. Yeah.
But,
I'm just saying, like,
once again, though, like the city of New York, they do provide service. They do provide cash assistance. Well, it's a food card, like food stamps. It can only be used at certain locations. Like you can't go and buy lottery
And that's like
tickets
states'
with it
rights.
or alcohol. Right.
That's literally
This
states'
is
rights.
just a
They
100%
literally can't afford it
thing.
anymore, Parker. They literally can't afford it anymore. It's literally not feasible for them to literally.
Wait. By the way, you want states' rights to restrict women's access to abortion, but you do not want states' rights to
Did I
provide
say
funding
that?
for children to get food.
Did I say that? Did you hear me say that?
Are you in favor of?
arguing.
Are you in favor of Donald Trump overturning Roe?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not.
No,
in favor
I'm
of
not.
Donald Trump overturning Roe.
Okay, so then why'd you vote for him?
Because his policies were better for the country overall. I can fight at a state level. It's easier for me to fight at a state level. I didn't agree with that. That was, and I'm not like a cult follower. Like I'm sure they're out there. I don't agree with him on every single thing, but I agree with him on more things than I agreed with Harris on. That's what you asked me. You said, why did I vote for Trump? And I told you why I voted for Trump. One of the reasons I voted for Trump. I can't give you a reason why I would vote for Harris because I felt like if she could have done anything, she would have, and she fucking didn't. She couldn't even tell you what she was going
It's
to do.
remarkable you think the vice president has that much power.
It's not that she had that much power, but she had more power than literally everybody else under her. She could have tried.
Not really.
She could, okay, fine. We'll put that to the side. We'll say she was powerless. She was just powerless vice president of the best country in the world, the richest and most powerful country in the world. Okay, she was absolutely powerless. None of her campaign policies made any sense. Like she didn't explain anything. Like she couldn't give you a straight answer on anything, and she kept flip flopping back and forth.
I just think it's a comprehension problem on your behalf.
Oh, it's my. I just can't comprehend it. Oh, that's right, Harry.
Well, I mean, if you're saying that like you couldn't,
Maybe.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's
if
it.
you're saying
I'm
you
just-
couldn't understand like a single thing that Kamala Harris was saying, like you had no idea
As
what her
far as her
policies were,
policy.
then like
What
I'm
was
sorry,
her
that just sounds like a comprehension problem on your behalf.
What
I
was
don't-
her economic policy?
Yeah,
was her
what
economic
specifically?
policy?
Like what specifically?
Literally, you can just give me any. Like specifically.
Sure. I mean, she wanted to cut taxes for 100 million Americans, specifically middle class Americans.
How so? How is she going to cut them?
Like things on like income tax and whatnot,
Well,
and like
okay.
tax
well,
credits for children.
Bill Whitaker. She did her interview on 60 Minutes with Bill Whitaker, and that fell flat on her face. She fell flat on her face with that.
I don't.
Bill
You're
Whitaker
saying that
brought
whole
it
interview fell
every
flat.
time.
Can you give me like a
Did
specific?
not know.
You just asked me to name a Kamala Harris economic policy, and I did. Now we're talking about Bill Whitaker interviewing her on 60 Minutes. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
because he brought that up. He brought up her economic policies and how her economic policies would be more catastrophic than Trump's. As she was predicting Trump's to be catastrophic.
No,
to the
he.
American
That's not what Bill
His
Whitaker was saying.
economic
Bill Whitaker
policy.
was asking how she plans on paying for it.
Right, exactly.
Bill Whitaker wasn't. Bill Whitaker is not a Trump advocate. He wasn't saying, "Oh yeah, your economic policy is going to be way worse."
I'm well aware of that. Like, I'm not as stupid as you think I am, honestly. Like,
I'm not calling you stupid. I'm just saying you're misciting what's
yeah,
actually said in the
you're
interview.
talking about its comprehension problems and stuff, and that's fine. That's your opinion.
Well, yeah. If you're
I
when I
still
hear
love
somebody
you.
say like I didn't understand what Kamala Harris was saying and I didn't understand what her policy was, then I
She
think
kept
that
going
that
back and
has to
forth.
be a comprehension
because
problem.
because she kept flip flopping.
She never flip flopped in this campaign.
Okay, she come out after Trump said, how many times has she been for green energy? And then she said she wants
She's
to
still for
grow.
green energy. We're
And
also
then
for
she
green
said she
energy.
wants to grow. What was another one? She was against the no or taxing tips. She wasn't for that. Now all of a sudden she is for that. She was against fracking. Now she's for fracking.
No, she was not against no taxing on tips. She came out with her own version of that, which, by the way,
Fracking.
Trump didn't invent. This has been a policy that's been around since 2014. It's been introduced to
I didn't
Congress.
say you invented it.
I know, but
didn't
I'm
say
just saying that Kamala Harris had her own policy that was better. That was better than Donald Trump's, in my view.
About what? On what?
on no taxing on tips. If it was going to happen, if we were going to have no taxes on tips, her policy was better.
Okay, well, I mean, I didn't see her policy on that.
She is on her website. She spoke about it extensively.
Yeah, she literally talked about it all the time.
Anyway, I have a hard time, especially after the Google transparency thing came out and was talking about how she was doctoring headlines. So,
oh my God, Kamala Harris didn't doctor headlines.
Oh, USA Today says it. The headline was August the 14th, 2024.
What does it say?
USA Today. That news article on Google, its headline may have been written by a political campaign. Harris's team has been launching sponsored posts on Google that link to news content from various publishers, but feature customized headlines and descriptions crafted by her campaign.
Yeah, so I'm reading the article you're talking about right now, and Google called the practice, which is sponsored posts, common. That's what they describe it as, common.
Okay, continue reading. Go ahead.
One sponsored ad that links to the NPR's website features the headline Harris will gain
stated values. USA Today, we were not aware the Harris campaign was using our content in this manner. That's Lark Marie Anton, spokesperson for USA. You have AP spokesperson Patrick Max saying that they were neither aware of this practice nor would we allow these.
I don't know why they would have to be aware of this. I don't understand. Like, why does that matter?
Why would you doctor the headlines? Like, why would you?
She wasn't doctoring headlines. All these headlines were linked to articles.
That's what they're accusing her of.
These people are not accusing her of doctoring headlines. They're like, Kamala Harris doesn't have to say to the AP, hey, we use your article for this ad. Like, there's no reason why she would have to notify them. And all these sponsored posts you're talking about included links to the article that people could read. So I don't know what you're taking objection to.
That it was doctored, that it wasn't the truth.
It wasn't doctored.
That it's fake news, while other people are saying that, accusing people on the right of being fake news.
It's not. None of this is doctored.
Honestly,
they're sponsored posts, of which again Kamala Harris linked these articles. So if you wanted to read the article, you could see it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And also, it says that all these posts that you're talking about in this article that you cited, all of them included a paid for by disclosure. So a paid for by the Kamala Harris campaign, for example.
Yeah, probably like the little terms and agreements kind of thing.
It says it on the thing.
I'm sure it does in really small fine print at the very bottom.
I'm telling you it says it again, but also the articles are linked.
I believe you, Terry. I believe you.
I understand you believe me. I'm just telling you, but all the articles are also linked. So like if somebody doesn't want to read the article, then that's on them, right? You can't
Trump's campaign didn't do that type of ad though. I wonder why. I'm sorry. Trump's campaign didn't alter headlines? It said that, it literally says, per Google's Ad Transparency Center, it did not show Trump's campaign using these types of ads.
Oh, well, yeah. I don't know if Donald Trump specifically used those types of ads, but Donald Trump definitely misused articles. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm actually, I'm reading something right here. Like, for example, in the latest example, Trump shared on Tuesday an edited version of an article titled, quote, "No, Cohen's guilty plea did not prove Donald Trump committed campaign finance crimes," which was published by the conservative outlet National Review earlier this month. The article argued that Trump was not implicated by his former lawyer, Michael Cohen, having previously pleaded guilty to charges involving Trump's 26 yada, yada, yada. However, the version of this article shared by Trump on Tuesday removed a line referring to a second Trump administration as inconceivable and several passages suggesting that the former president had originally hired Cohen as his fixer because of his genuine expertise in extortion. So they removed all of that from the article. Do you have any objection?
Yeah, I do.
And
I object.
So and you still voted for Donald Trump. So
yes, I did, because that's a lesser evil.
It's not a less. I don't know how you could say a felon and a sexual abuser is a lesser evil. I think you're very delusional.
Biden didn't do that because he didn't just pardon his son for all of those.
Good. I'm glad he did.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. It was the right move. You realize that had underage girls on there too, right?
It's not true.
That is absolutely. That's factual. That was on the laptop.
That is not factual. No.
Okay. If you say so.
It's just not true.
I mean, that's fine. You can say it's not true as much as you want to. It doesn't take away from the validity of it.
Please cite me any article, any court document, anything that said that Hunter Biden had.
The FBI.
Yeah, okay. Please cite me an article from the FBI saying that.
You can go to the House hearings that they did on this, and
No. Go to the FBI website or any court documents. If it's authentic and there were children in it, then you must be able to cite court documents for me, right?
When I go to Google on my phone, you can't hear me.
But you'll be able to find it. You'll be able to find it if it's there. You'll be able to find it.
Okay, so I'll pause and I'll go do that.
Okay, cool.
Something that's doesn't exist to come up, everybody. Let's fill up the bar 2 times. Let's get Harry to 1.4 million. That should be very easily done.
Appreciate all
Double tap up until you get that fun little confetti. How you doing, Harry?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Living the dream.
I'm glad to hear it. Man. Will, thanks for the $1, man. Thoughts on the Yankees losing out? Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. Cindy, thanks for the $2 as well. Super informative. You like the war book by Bob Woodward. I'm glad it's awesome. Zoe, thanks for the $1. I work for a legal services organization that provides immigration assistance to non-citizens organization. Think the money. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Zoe. I appreciate you telling me that. Jennifer, thanks for the
Zoe,
$5.
thank you for your work you do. That's awesome stuff.
Yeah, seriously, Zoe, you're doing good stuff. And Brandon, thanks for the $5. I appreciate you. Tell Parker we said hi. Parker, Brandon, and Ryan say hi. I think he's doing something right now, but
hi to them. Hello. Sorry,
what is this guy doing?
I'm setting up something for like the DC trip, like an account for like the train.
Gotcha.
Your guys' top secret mission.
Top secret. Well, yeah, it's just like this ritual we have to do once a year to like keep our DNC contracts. It's unfortunate. For the people,
makes sense. You can't let that gravy train dry up.
Yeah, that's right. For the people that can't sense the sarcasm, just because I know there's MAGA out there being sarcastic. It's taking Renee, for such a bombshell story, it's taking quite a long time for you to find any evidence of this.
And Renee, if you want to save some time, you're not going to find it.
Yeah.
Vice.com.
Vice.com. Okay. What's the article headline?
Sorry, I told you when I go off of TikTok, like it mutes me. It's the one about the ice.
It's one about the ice. That's helpful. What's that?
Wow, I never thought about that.
Did you let me finish it? Like I'm trying to finish.
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure. Go ahead.
No, Parker?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's okay.
Can you just read it, please?
It's not going to be rude. Like,
can you just read it, please? You're fine. You're okay.
I probably could. If you would fucking give me a chance.
We're giving you a chance right now. Stop playing the victim and read it, please. Go.
ICE trafficker.
That's the headline.
Those are the 3 words. Google it. Vice.
ICE trafficker Vice.
ICE smacks investigator.
Yeah, I see it. Let's see.
We'll see what this is, chat. Keep tapping that screen. 1.5 million likes. Let's do it.
Yeah, this is telling me nothing.
Oh, surprise. Law was right.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a comprehension issue on your part.
No,
it's a comprehension issue, yeah.
This is telling me nothing. It's saying that like somebody looked into Hunter Biden's laptop, which has been in the possession of the FBI for a long time.
Mm-hmm. And that they did find pictures, inappropriate pictures.
And this was an article that was published in 2021, April 6th of 2021. And so far nothing. So
in the article, it literally says that they did, and that is ongoing. that is ongoing.
So
That's ongoing.
I'm reading this article,
At that point, yeah.
and the paragraph here says, though there isn't an iota of evidence to suggest Biden engaged in any schmex crimes, Business Insider reported that the FBI agent who has been publicly identified as investigating child pornography crimes in New Jersey appears to have served the subpoena. So it just means that one investigator from New Jersey wanted to look into the laptop, but they haven't identified any evidence yet.
Based on the pictures found on the laptop, keep reading the article, read it in full. Don't just pick it apart because you're on a live and these people cannot see what you're reading.
I don't even see what you're referencing or where to keep reading. What paragraph are you referencing?
It's in there. You go find it. I already did
I
the
was
work for
looking
you.
at the second to last paragraph says that there isn't an iota of evidence to suggest.
The reason they turned it over to him is because of the content of the laptop. And
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. The next paragraph is the next
the party that you voted for.
The next paragraph says, in September
That
2020, two
kind of,
Republican Senate committee chairmen released a joint report
I'm
on
just
Biden's
saying.
connections to Burisma, alleging his role with the Ukrainian energy firm, yada, yada, yada. It says nothing about these pictures that you're referencing. So, yeah, Law of the Wild's
That's-
right. It's just one agent in New Jersey who sought a subpoena, I guess, for it, as Law of the Wild said. There's
Because of the content of the laptop.
but just to be clear, your own article says there isn't an iota of evidence to suggest Biden engaged in any blank crimes.
That's not what it says.
It says it right there.
It was given to him because
Doesn't believe their own report they cited.
Your own article you just cited, I just quoted it. There isn't an iota of evidence to back up what you're saying. Your own article says that.
Okay, you say so.
What do you mean if I say so? It says here. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. I'll flip the camera, and I'll have you read the article that you cited. Yeah, cool. So look, you agree that this is the article you cited? Yes.
No.
This is not the article you cited.
You know what? We don't know.
Renee, is this the article you cited?
I think so.
Yes. Okay, we'll take that.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, surprisingly, the article you cited proves our point.
And can you just read that first line of that paragraph for me?
The one that starts with though.
Yes.
Though there isn't an iota of evidence to suggest Biden in any SMEX crimes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So your own article. Listen to your own evidence, I suppose.
Okay.
That was a high quality image of your phone, bro.
It really was.
I feel like whenever I show my phone, it's so blurry.
I don't know. It just looked good.
He's got that DNC quality, dude.
Yeah, it's a DNC iPhone. It hasn't come out yet.
I know, right?
So
when are they going to
twist,
give that? Go ahead.
Sorry. So the that article references another Business Insider article. So I just read this one, and the FBI investigator's name is Agent Isaac, and he told reporters that he did get a copy, and he did not see child pornography on the laptop post that was dropped off. So they honored the subpoena.
He's
and then
lying.
After he looked into it, he said that he did not see it.
Yeah, it's fake news. No. But what was on the laptop?
Dude, no way.
Wait,
Joke.
come on.
It was a joke.
It was literally
It was not a
It was literally the reference that you gave us.
What was on the laptop? What was on the laptop?
Not child pornography.
Not that.
I'm glad to be wrong on that. I'm glad to be wrong on that. That's really great.
Could have done that yourself. No.
I mean, yeah, I did though. But okay.
Well, you did.
What was on the laptop? What was on the laptop?
Not that.
Okay, so what was on the laptop? Who did he part? What did he
Videos
part?
and pictures of Hunter Biden.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
And this has nothing to do with the fact that you're like paid off by the DNC.
Wait. What's the evidence that Harry's paid by the DNC?
what's the evidence?
Wait, what? Harry, you never told me.
I know, Law. I'm so sorry. I know.
Renee,
I'm sorry.
where
I had
did
to
you
break
hear
it to
this
you
breaking news?
On the same page that I got that Hunter Biden.
No, seriously, do you actually believe that Harry's paid by the DNC?
No, I really don't. That was a joke.
Okay. Okay.
Wait.
Well, I can't tell with how crazy your beliefs are. So.
I know. I'm just I know. It's the comprehension. It's in the negative, I guess.
Me or you?
Me, obviously.
Okay, good. At least you acknowledge it.
Yeah. It's a good old public education system.
Hold on.
You got anything else, or is that it?
No, I think that's it for tonight.
Okay, one question before you go.
I'm glad that I was wrong.
One question before you go. Would you vote for someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman?
Say it again.
Would you vote for someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman?
Why? Because I voted for Trump.
Yeah.
Was he held liable for that? Because I thought they
Yes.
dropped this.
Yes, he was held liable for sexually abusing E. Jean Carroll.
If he was held liable, wouldn't he be in jail?
No, because the liability in the civil court doesn't put you in prison. That's criminal court. And the reason why it wasn't in a criminal court is because it was past the statute of limitations, which means it's been over 5 years since the event occurred. Therefore, they can't try it in a criminal court in the state of New York.
Okay, then yeah. Guess I would. Because I did. Twice.
Huh?
What? Voted for Trump twice?
You would vote for him? You would vote for someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman?
I mean, what all has Kamala done? What all has she done?
Not that.
Kamala, and also like
He hasn't done it to women. Well, that's good. What about Biden? What about Biden?
okay, is Biden the candidate? Is Biden the candidate? And Biden hasn't done that either.
He was originally. He's the president as of right now.
But he wasn't the candidate.
Was
you know?
Biden also held civilly liable?
No, Harris supported him.
Biden was not held civilly liable.
I'll speed it up. No, he was not. So
How? So he was held civil liable. What'd you say?
Civilly liable.
civilly liable.
Unanimously by a jury of 9 people. So a jury determined that he sexually abused E. Jean Carroll.
And then what?
What else do you need?
And then what?
What else do you need? Like maybe
Yes.
and then you shouldn't vote for him. Like
So I mean, where were the criminal charges? You said okay, so he's guilty.
I
What
just told
did
you
he-
earlier,
what-
statute of limitations.
Like what
Statute of limitations
consequences?
expired. Statute of limitations expired.
So then there wasn't anything.
Bruh.
Apparently not.
No, statute of limitations just means it's been too many years since the event occurred under that law to try that. I don't think statute of limitations should exist for rape cases because victims in plenty of circumstances take many years, if not decades, to come out, right? Because of societal stigmatization, because of the impact it's going to have on them specifically, right? Plenty of various different factors. Often people like you,
People like me.
yeah, like people denying the sexual abuse or not accepting it or still voting for the guy that like literally did this.
Okay, well, as a victim of sexual abuse, I think it's really fucked up that you would say I would deny it, but go ahead. Please tell me more.
Wait, do you accept it? Do you accept it then?
Do I accept what?
Do you accept that E. Jean Carroll was assaulted?
I don't know Eugene Carroll. I have no idea anything about this case.
E. Jean. Okay, but she held her abuser accountable in a civil court, and you're still not accepting it, and you're still not saying that you regret voting for him.
It's a statute of limitations.
A statute of limitations? Yes, I understand. Well, what's the point of using that to dispute what happened?
So she waited until statute of limitations were up. So she waited until he was running.
Many victims takes them decades to come out. She, like many victims, it took her decades to come out to the public.
We're just talking about this one specific instance in this one case.
What? I don't know what you're saying. Say that again.
We're talking about this one case. We're not talking about everybody else. You said she waited
Yeah,
until...
I'm telling you what's typical. It's typical for victims to take decades to come out, which is what happened here.
So she waited till he ran for public office.
It was a bit after. 2019 is when she filed.
Okay, so...
2019 is when she accused him in a book, and then he defamed her, saying, "Oh, it didn't happen," and he used his position in the White House to go after her. And then when Donald Trump left office, she sued him.
Okay, so she waited until he went into politics to do anything about it, and she did it for a book.
She didn't file
That's
a suit
totally
against
reasonable, by the
Donald
way.
Trump. She, in 2019, wrote in a book that she was assaulted by Donald Trump. Donald Trump got word of this and then defamed her publicly, saying, oh, it didn't happen, she's this, she's that, and that led Donald Trump supporters to come after her, to ruin her career, to financially hurt her, and so she sued for defamation, and as part of that case, she proved that Donald Trump assaulted her.
She proved that he assaulted her.
Yes.
Years after the fact. In a book, because she wrote.
So I'm sorry. Wait. If are you saying that like there's like a, you know, if you're suing somebody or you're trying to hold somebody accountable for a crime that took place like 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, it didn't happen?
I mean, so you're saying that I could do the same thing to like you or Parker? I could literally write in my diary.
No.
Dear diary.
I mean,
I'm feeling so bad today. I felt like so violated. Yada 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 yada. And then he runs for a public office, and I just publish it. And then therefore I'm right, and
no, that's not even the what what if you just wrote in your diary, right? If you wrote in a book that like Parker I did something to you.
My autobiography, and I published it.
Okay, great. Your autobiography, you wrote something. And log, please correct me if I'm wrong. You could write something in your book and say that Parker I did something. But if it doesn't damage us in a way or causes harm or in some capacity that we could prove, then we can't sue you for defamation.
Okay, right. Mm-hmm.
So what Donald Trump did, is that right, Law?
Yeah, you got it. I mean, and when you're talking about a public figure, it's even a higher standard. You have to actually prove actual malice. What she did is she recounted her story in the dressing room of Bergdorf Goodman's and talking about the assault. And then, and she also accused another high-profile person, the former CEO of CBS, Les Moonves. And he's also, worth $1 billion. If it was just about money, she could have gone after him too. But the big difference was, after she published this book, Donald Trump went on a tirade night after night, posting the people saying horrendous, Carol, the loss that had nothing to do with anything.
Oh, he's lagging really bad.
Yeah, he's lagging really bad.
Own crazed action.
Kind of caught him at the end there, but you get the idea of what he was saying. Do you understand, Reese?
Yeah, I got it.
Sorry.
Oh my. Oh, that's a very loud.
Very
Very. Okay. All right. Well, it seems like the conversation just ended.
Yeah. All right. We'll leave it there.
All right, thank you.
No problem. I was so damn close to completing MAGA guess bingo. So close. All I needed was good boy for one of us or somebody to say good boy, and it didn't happen.
Damn it, dude!
Fucking bingo. I'm gonna start playing this every night.
That's actually hilarious.
And if we would have gotten in that conversation, if we would have gotten tariffs, I also would have got it. But she didn't bring it up.
But you did get it, because I promise you that Dean and that one person brought it up when he was on.
Bingo. Bingo. We win. All right, I'm leaving it there.
All right, appreciate you coming out. That was funny.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for coming out, Parker. And Law the Wild.
Good seeing both
you, man.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Thanks, man. I appreciate all you guys. Killer, thanks for the $2. Kat, good to see you as well. I appreciate the $5. And Bex, thanks for the $5. And Brent, thanks for the $5 as well. I appreciate you all. Thank you, everybody that supported on Venmo, Cash App. It means the world. All right, I post on every single social media platform. I post on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, did I say Twitter? Facebook, Blue Sky, Snapchat. All of those links are in my bio. If you want to support all of those platforms, it'd mean a lot if you go over there and follow on all the platforms. Of course, drop a follow here on TikTok as well. We do these lives all the time. We post videos, all that good stuff. And make sure to go follow Parker, Law of the Wild, Dean, all of those folks who came up tonight. They're all fantastic. I would highly recommend all of them. So yeah, all the links in my bio. All these people are live right now. Isaiah Martin's live. I'm Really Important. Santana's live. Good Trouble's live. So any of these people, rating any of them would be fantastic. So we have Pickles GG, Isaiah R. Martin, Isaiah is a friend of mine, so I obviously recommend rating him. But I'm very important. Pickles, all of them are great. You can't really go wrong. So definitely go raid them. You have but you also have Good Trouble. You have Santana. All of these folks are live right now. I'd highly recommend you go say hi to them. And if you do, no matter what live you go to, say Harry Raid, Harry Raid, Harry Raid. As I mentioned, Good Trouble's live. Isaiah Martin is live. I'm Really Important's live. Santana's live. Pickles GG is live. But you should go raid all of them and say hi. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have an amazing day tomorrow. I appreciate you. Enjoy your almost weekend. Yeah. All right, everybody. I appreciate you. We'll talk soon. Okay. Thanks, everybody. You.